Hi there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Happy Friday. Welcome to the last couple of projects using the Greeting Farm Mystery Kit that I unboxed on Monday. I'm making 2 more cards for you today. But before we get started, this Sunday is the last day that you can take advantage of the card sale, and then tomorrow, August 31st, is the last day to sign up as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with the current promotion, which is you get $40 extra in free product. You're going to get $30 in your starter kit, so for $99 plus local taxes, you're going to get $155 rather than $125, and then you're going to get a $10 coupon to use later down the road. But again, that ends tomorrow, Saturday, August 31st. So if you're interested in signing up, there's a link in the description box down below. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, TheJollyFatElf@gmail.com, which you should also find down below. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have, and I would love for you to join my team. So like I said, that ends tomorrow, August 31st, and you get to pick anything that's current, and you can even do anything from the holiday catalog. So, which goes live next, Thursday, September 4th. Okay, so let's get into the cards. So today I'm going to be using this Happy Birthday pack from Echo Park and this Simple Stories Little Princess paper pad. I am using the little Anya Best Day Ever. She has the little Mickey ears, and I thought this would be fantastic. This paper pad would be fantastic for that. So I'm going to start by paper piecing. And if you're unfamiliar, paper piecing is just where you stamp on, paper. Then you cut it out and you add it to your image. So right now I'm just picking papers. Don't pay any attention to the ones I end up picking from this princess one because I completely redo the card. I cut all of that out, so you're not going to see it. I just didn't like where I'd gone with it and started all over. So I am going to bring in an acrylic block because I'm going to be stamping on the paper, and I didn't want to bother with messing with the stamparatus. So I want her bow and the ears, or I want the bow out of the plaid. I love plaid. If you guys didn't know that, I love plaid. Like, plaid is one of my favorite patterns ever in my life, along with houndstooth and argyle. So I knew that I wanted her skirt and I wanted her bow to be plaid. So I stamped them. I'm using just Memento Tuxedo ink. Any black ink will do. I am going to add a little bit of shading with the gray Copic markers, so you may want to use a Copic friendly ink if you decide to do this. But yeah, so I'm going to do her shirt in the blue, and then here I am using an American Crafts archival marker. This is Copic friendly, and I just wanted to make sure that I was able to outline that shirt. So I'm going to bring in a piece of the Hammermill 100-pound cardstock. Why can't I ever say that in my life? But that is what I love to color on. I've heard that it is a dupe for the Copic Express blending cardstock, and it's way cheaper. I think a ream, sometimes you can get it for as low as like $13 on Amazon. So these are the colors I'm going to be using to color this little girl. I'm going to be making her a blonde like I did in the last video, or the first video, I should say. The last video was all about the mermaids, which I absolutely love. So if you missed that one, go check it out because I love how those mermaids turned out. So I'm just doing some coloring here. I'm going to go ahead and talk you through it rather than playing music, but I'm just going darkest to lightest, lightest to darkest, and giving her just some flicks, trying to mimic hair strokes. I'm not the best at this. I'm not a Copic expert or anything like that. I'm just learning as I go. I was supposed to say I'm just some fat girl on the internet who likes to color. So yeah, and I love this color combo for blondes. It's so pretty. Of course, this isn't like a platinum blonde. This is more of like a honey blonde, or even like a honey brunette if you want to get real technical about it. But I just love it. And I love these Anya images from the Greeting Farm. And the best thing about the Greeting Farm is you can also buy digital images. During my holiday card series, I'm going to do a whole week of hybrid cards where we use images, digital images, to put on cards. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So after I color her hair, I'm going to go ahead and move into her skin. I wanted her to be a little bit lighter skinned. So because she's a blonde, she wouldn't be too dark unless she just went in the sun, and that's not safe. So, yeah. And I mentioned in a video the other day, I think it may have been Monday's video, that I know a lot of people use a lilac, like a violet color to do their shading. I haven't played around with that very much. It is something that I'm looking forward to doing at some point, but so if you see me shading with a darker color, it's because I haven't played around with shading with the violet. Anyway, so I am making her ears this turquoise kind of color. I'm using all the BGs. And I love how these ears turned out. I've never been to Disney. I was hoping that we would get to Disney World next year. It doesn't look like it's going to happen because I'm having this back surgery. But my goal was to go to Disney when I hit 40, and I turned 40 last year. This year is my 41st year on this planet. And this was our 10-year anniversary. So I thought, well, maybe we'll get to go for our anniversary. Nah. But I really want to go to Disney at Christmas. I am so obsessed with Christmas. You guys know I love Christmas. And I want to go see Disney all just like lit up and decorated for Christmas. I've never been and would love to go. So now that I have all these stamped, and you saw me use a gray Copic marker, I think it was like C01 or C00 to shade, I went ahead and cut all those out, and I went around them with a black marker. I used a Sharpie marker because I don't have any. The best kind would be like a Tombow brush marker, or if you have the Stampin' Right markers, that will do. Those are really good. So the secret to paper piecing is you just put a little bit of glue and you put down the paper, and that's it. So I think my favorite, of course, is her bow. I think her bow turned out so cute and I love it. So once I get that adhered, I'm going to go ahead and bring in this shimmer pen from Spectrum Noir. This came in a kit from Simon Says Stamp, and I love it. I think I showed the difference between a Wink of Stella, this pen, and the Nuvo shimmer pens. I think they're all great. So here I am using a craft knife. This is a Fiskars one that fits on your finger, because I want to cut her out and I want to cut in between her feet. All of the little images from the greeting farm tend to be pigeon-toed. So here is my sketch binder. I got so many questions about this binder. I put it together myself. It's just sketches that I printed off from the internet, and I put them in page protectors, and it's in a binder. This binder is an Amy Tangerine binder. It's just really cute, so I bought it. But you can literally get on Pinterest and type in card sketches, and you're gonna get a million of them. So I love the ones from Mary over at Cards TV, Cards with a Z, and I love the Operation Right Home ones. Now, even though Sandy is no longer running that website, they're no longer sending cards to soldiers, she left up that website and you can go get those sketches. So you can just search for sketches that have measurements. So I'm using a Bermuda Bay card base, and I am using a piece of Melon Mambo. And here you just see me off camera trying to measure how tall my little girl is and cutting a piece of cardstock to match. And then I'm using a sketch, like I said, from Mary over at Cards TV. I believe it's sketch 2, and I'm just cutting the paper to match the measurements. So I really wanted a couple of solid patterns, and then a couple of, oh brain, come on now. Like something more solid, and then the patterns for her to sit on, and then I'm going to use these patterns in the back. So, and again, this is a great way to use paper. You can add, a lot of different elements, and I love this paper pad from Echo Park. Echo Park has really great paper pads. Doodlebug has really great paper pads. They announced their Christmas and their Halloween, Christmas, and kind of winter lines yesterday, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I saw a Yeti. There's gonna, like, the Christmas one's called Christmas Magic. Like, I'm so excited. You guys let me know if you want to see that. So once I get all of those adhered, I'm going to add this card layer to my card base, and then I'm going to add Anya to this little layer, and then we're going to pop this layer up. I just think she turned out so stinking cute. So cute, guys, so cute. So I'm gonna add this with some phone mounting tape. This is Scotch. I picked it up on Amazon. Just like I mentioned about the paper, anything on Amazon, the prices go up and down all the time. So like if you keep stuff in your cart, it'll be like, this in your cart has changed prices. So yeah, but anyway. So if you're interested in either one of the cards I'm making for you today, or any of the cards that you've seen this week, they are part of the sale, and you can pick those up over on my Facebook page. You do not have to have a Facebook account in order to purchase them. Just look at the ones you want and email me. I haven't moved them to Etsy yet, just because Etsy is kind of expensive to sell, and when I sell them on Facebook, I don't have to worry about paying fees. So anyway, there's the first girl. I think she turned out so stinking cute. So on to girl number 2. So this girl is going to be a little bit, she's going to be a chocolate skin girl. She's going to have darker skin, and I wanted to stamp her ears on the inside of the card layer. And so I'm doing that right here. I'm just lining up my paper and then stamping that down. I think it turned out so cute. So I thought this little princess paper was perfect to go with this Anya, because these are the Disney princesses, and she's, you know, obviously it's at Disney or had gone to Disney or something like that. So I just thought it turned out so cute. And like I said, just ignore the papers that I have going on over there. There's the card base on the right. I ended up ruining it with a Copic marker, and then I decided I just didn't love it anyway. So I'm going to be coloring on the inside. I'm just going to go ahead and color her hair all one color, and then I'm going to pull in some pinks to do her bow. And I hadn't quite decided what I was going to do for the ears at this point, so you're not going to see me color the ears until a little bit later. But I really love this color combination. I think it went perfect with this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and color her. And this time I'm coloring her instead of paper piecing her outfit. And I picked some yellows and some pinks. I just think those two colors go well together, and they pull the paper like you see there. So again, just real simple, easy coloring. I'm not, where the light source is coming or anything like that. I'm just doing, kind of darkest to lightest. And then here I'm coloring her hair. Initially, I was going to have E70 as my lightest color, and I decided to go ahead and do the I think it's E72. I'm not sure. You guys saw them earlier. But I wanted her to have dark hair, but I wanted it a bit more cool toned. And these markers, 49, 74, and then I think it's 79, I don't remember, are definitely more a cool tone brown. So meaning they have more blue in them than red. When something is, or yellow, when something is warm toned, it has like reds or yellows in it. If it's something that's cool toned, it has more of a blue undertone. If you search color theory on YouTube, you'll find a ton of videos about it. So here we go with the blues. I decided on a more blue rather than a turquoise blue. So I really love. Oh my gosh, you guys, this image is so stinking cute. I love all the Anyas. I can't wait to see what the holiday Anya is for this year. Last year, I think she was holding a mug, and they come out with a different one every year. So they're really cute. Excuse me. So now I'm going to move on to her skin tone, and like I said, I'm going to make her a little bit darker skinned. You see me here looking at my markers, because there is sometimes when I completely mess up and I color the wrong color, it's like she turns out way darker than I wanted it to. You're going to see me later pull in the blender pen because her face got a little bit darker than I wanted it to. But anyway, so I wanted her to have a darker skin tone because I just love coloring the human rainbow. I just do. I do. So once I get her body colored, I'm going to go ahead and color her boots in just a little night gray. cute, cute, cute. I love how all their images are so pigeon-toed. It's so stinking cute. So I decided not to cut her out like I did the last one. I'm going to go ahead and just layer her. So here I'm picking out some papers. I'm using a piece of Daffodil Delight, and I knew I wanted to use those princess papers, and I decided to use the princess paper, that word paper, and then one more pattern. Or maybe I used the princess pattern twice. I did use the princess pattern twice. I just edited this and I already forgot. I have the worst memory of all my life. But yeah, so why does it stop? Oh, there we go. It's like, what's going on? I forgot. So I decided to add a little bit of Highland Heather as my as a card layer because I didn't like the way it looked just on the plain yellow, and there is a little bit of Highland Heather. You can see right there by Rapunzel, there's that Highland Heather flower, brain, oh my word. So initially I was just going to do it on a yellow layer, but then I decided to go ahead and do a Daffodil Delight card base and do the Highland Heather card layer. Oh my word. Oh my word. So I'm going to go ahead and add in, isn't that so cute? Oh my word. I love it. So all I did was trim down this Anya image, and then I trimmed down that yellow as close as I could get it. And then I'm going to go ahead and go around her with a BG10 or a BG11. You guys know I love to do that little halo effect. I didn't want to color the whole entire thing in, so I just went around her. Then of course I had to add some shimmer. I'm sorry. Cards aren't complete without shimmer to me. I just can't help it. So here I'm going to add in the images or the paper. I'm pretty sure this is another sketch from Mary over at Cards TV. I can't remember. But I just really, I just love these two cards. These are probably, my last favorite card that I colored was probably that Easter Anya with the little peep. And I love the Little Mermaid. I mean, I just loved all of these images. The only two stamp sets I didn't use were the ones with the animals and the little, cups and stuff. And I didn't use the unicorn because you guys had seen me do a unicorn card with the greeting farm back in February for my niece Lily. So I couldn't decide what else I was going to do with this. So I went ahead and stamped the Best Day Ever on a piece of white. There, it was crooked, so I added it again. I went back and forth, moved her around, all sorts of things, and then I decided to go ahead and add the sentiment. So I'm going to stamp it just on a scrap piece of paper, and then I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to layer it on a piece of Daffodil Delight. You're not going to see any of this because it's off camera, but I'm going to cut it down and trim it so it's like a 1/16 of an inch border around it. And I don't have any measurements for that. I think it was 1 inch by 1 inch. So I just made it, a little bit more. And all I did was I went ahead and adhered this to a piece of Daffodil Delight and then cut around it. That's really all you have to do in order to get this what you need it to be. So you can see there, and then I went ahead and cut around it with my trimmer to take off that excess. So I don't have a measurement for you, but that's an easy way to create layers like that. So I'm going to add this with some dimensional adhesive, and this card is done. So that's it. So these are the two cards done with the Best Day Ever Anya. I hope you like them as much as I enjoyed making them. I had such a great time this week with this Greeting for a Mystery Box. Make sure you're following them on Instagram so you're notified when the next one goes live. They don't have any kind of set pattern to them. It's pretty random, but if you follow them on Instagram, you'll see their announcement, and I totally think it's worth it. I mean, it was $39 and you get a ton of stamps. So on the screen, I have the videos from this week. If you haven't had a chance to watch them, hit the JollyFatElf button to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.